I read lots of books around spirituality, and I'm interested in these, and Jungian psychology, and these archetypal and other kinds of considerations, which are, as I said before, in the background, but imbue the foreground. And so the journey for me now is, and I'm only just getting hints about this, but I'm very excited about it. Where is my Parkinson's taking me? One thing I'm clear about, I haven't seen my Parkinson's as a kind of dark force engulfing me and, like this is the end of the line. I feel actually quite different about my Parkinson's. I've been experiencing it as an aspect of me. I mean, my Parkinson's is me. And so it's like a voice or a dimension of me. And I began to think, well, I'm going to call this dimension Park. And so for a period of time, I began to dialogue with Park and try to understand what's Park saying to me. And then it occurred to me one day, it's not Park, it's Ark, like a vessel. And so that I'm on a journey crossing the unknown sea on a vessel. And there's a lot for me to learn about the tides and about how to set sail and navigate and things I know very little about. And that's my sense of the journey. When I was at the monastery after Nami died, in my journaling, I began to get a glimpse of this energy, which I call Ark, which is my companion, as an expression of the feminine divine. I've only just begun to scratch the surface on that, but it was felt so that there is a kind of nurturing and sort of birthing implication and a growth that I think that's there. So what does that mean? What is that growth? What is that takes me forward in this ark or this vessel? So I don't know. But one thing I'm clear is a couple things I'm clear about. One is that my hand is a great sensing device. So there's a little tremble in my hand right now. There are times when I have no tremble in my hand. There are times when I feel greater anxiety where there's more tremble in my hand. So it's providing me information. And I've been reading about hands, and they're symbolic. In some of the great traditions, the hand is symbolic for God's creativity. They're symbolic for action in the world. But they're also symbolic for touch and embrace and bringing about healing. So, again, what is this business about my hands? And when I was in the monastery, I was starting this, thinking about this, and it just hit me. I held my dog over the 3 months, for significant periods of time. She would be confused. She couldn't jump off the couch. So she would sit next to me, and I'd hold her. And I began to think that part of why that was such an extraordinary experience is that I was so devotional to her. So I began to see how I can feel that sense of touch with my dog, and that I can take my left hand, which is my normal hand, and embrace my right hand, and I can actually recreate a bit of that experience. I recall that experience of holding my dog. That in that holding that dog, whatever that is, energetically, which I think is an expression of my essential self. It's expression of the divine that I brought to my dog, that when I think about it that way, it helps me think about how I can nurture myself and bring the divine to myself. So it's just a little glimpse. I'm not sure where that's going, but I do know that I can comfort myself. I do know that when my hand, again, signals a kind of a little worrisomeness, or often it's just, I find when I'm unconscious, when I'm really in nature or listening to music, my hand is fine. It's when I move out into this level of this other realm, which I would call my boundedness, when I get preoccupied with or forget who I really am, my hand reminds me,